recently talked about how you can build a bridge for your child's reading and literacy success. And I want to talk about one of those slats in the bridge today. Think of phonemic awareness as the very first plank on your child's bridge to reading. It's the skill that lets them hear, notice, and play with individual sounds and words, which are called the phonemes. Without this plank, every other part of the bridge, phonics, fluency, comprehension, it struggles to stay steady. Here's what may surprise you. The very initial part of phonemic awareness has nothing to do with knowing about letters yet. It's all about sound. It starts with the larger word parts, like identifying syllables, rhymes, blending and pulling apart chunks in our words. Then it moves on to smaller units of individual sounds, where again, we're segmenting, blending, and manipulating those individual sounds or phonemes. Research shows that kindergarten phonemic awareness is the single best predictor of reading and spelling achievement in the first and second grade. Here is what phonemic awareness looks like in action. For rhyming, cat, hat, mouse. Which one doesn't rhyme? Blending, they are hearing and saying sun. I actually like to do those in a multisensory way, not just on my fingers, but you can use blocks. You can unblend it on your arm. Sun. Segmenting is when we're taking the word dog and breaking it into d, g. Manipulating would be changing that in the word mat, change that to b to make bat. Just for some examples. If your child can do these things easily, the first plank on their reading bridge is solid. Decades of studies confirm that children who cannot isolate or manipulate sounds and words are at risk for reading struggles. Children with speech language delays and those with dyslexia usually perform poorly on phonemic awareness tasks. Without strong intervention, children who struggle with word identification only have a 1 in 8 chance of catching up to grade level, according to a study by Jewell. As parents, we want to catch this early before frustration sets in. The same is true for teachers. We want to catch it early if we can. A child who struggles to hear sounds will later struggle to match letters to sounds, making reading slow and discouraging. Catching this early gives them a fair shot at success and keeps their love of learning alive. Red flags that parents can watch for include difficulty hearing rhymes. Maybe you say, hey, what rhymes with cat? And they draw a total blank look on their face. Maybe they can't clap out syllables in words like table, or another multisensory way to do that is to, like if they have trouble hearing it, so you can close your ears and see if you can hear it. Elephant. They struggle to identify the first sound in a word, like what sound do you hear at the start of dog? D. Maybe they've got a hard time blending sounds to make words, or they're mixing up sounds in a word after formal instruction has already begun in pre-K kindergarten. Picture this. Picture a classroom where the teacher is leading a silly rhyme game. If I say man and change to what do we get? The kids shout, can, and they giggle. This is the kind of play that wires their brains to connect to letters later on. So here's some questions that you can ask your child's teacher if they're younger, or you can ask their intervention teacher if they are in any sort of intervention. How often do you practice phonemic awareness in class? Do you focus mainly on segmenting and blending, or do you work and review the other components, like splitting apart syllables, rhyming, manipulating? How do you check whether kids are keeping up with their skills? If my child is struggling, what extra practice or small group instruction is available? How can I practice these skills with my child at home? Parents are partners in this work, so what can you do at home? You can play I Spy with sounds. I spy something that starts with B. Maybe you could use letter blocks or Legos to build and change words, like cat. Now make it cap, map, change it to man. Ask your kids, hey, what sound do you hear at the beginning of fish? What about at the end of fish? What about sounds in the middle? What sound is in the middle of fish? Also, read aloud daily. Check the comments for more free resources and activity ideas. And if you see any of those red flags, don't wait. Talk to your child's teacher early. The earlier we lay this plank on the bridge, the stronger it will be. And of course, we believe that every person is designed to learn.